Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to walk you through the ultimate local SEO landing page strategy so that you can boost your visibility, attract more leads, sales, target customers in your local area. Now when we talk about local SEO, we focus a lot on our Google business profile. And it's true, whenever someone searches a local keyword, the map is going to show up at the top. And generally we tend to find that around 50% of the traffic, leads and sales goes through the Google map, at least 50%. So it's natural that we focus so much on our Google business profile. However, we have to remember that, as you can see here, your Google business profile is connected to our website. And as well as optimizing our Google business profile, if we can optimize our website to rank for our local keywords, not only can we rank in the map, as you can see here, but we can also rank on Google search so that we can take two swings at the bat of attracting target customers. So you not only need to optimize in order to get as much real estate on page one as possible, but you also want to make sure that you optimize it because they're connected. If you optimize your Google business profile and you optimize your website for the same target keyword, and you make sure that there's a strong connection between the two, that will actually boost both of their visibility, because Google wants to rank credible businesses that have lots of Google reviews high up on search engines, because ultimately it is a business. It makes money from people using its search engines, so it's going to want to rank the best businesses so that people trust its search results and then keep coming back. And what I'm going to be walking you through in this video is this template here, which is actually something that you'll find in the description. This is the anatomy of a high-ranking local SEO page on your website. Because when you're actually optimizing your local SEO and your Google business profile, you need to make sure that you have a dedicated page on your website that is optimized to rank for your local keyword. So for example, this client of mine, we're trying to rank them for self-storage Yonkers. That's the keyword that we're optimizing their Google business profile for. However, it's vitally important for this client and for your website that you have a page on your website that is optimized for this same keyword. So as you can see here, self-storage Yonkers, we've optimized a dedicated page on our website for that keyword. And you want that page to follow this structure that I'm going to walk you through and the template that you find in the description. So for example, for this Squarespace website, we'd do the exact same. The target keyword for this web page is dentist Boynton Beach. So what we would do, we would take SEOSpace, head over to scan with keyword, and we get the keyword dentist Boynton Beach, and we would scan this page in order to get the score above 90 out of 100. So we'd make sure that all of the on-page technical SEO stuff is fixed. And then what you would do, you would go through and try to make that page follow this structure as best as possible. Now this is a template, you don't have to follow it to the T, however it's a general structure that you should follow. Generally you should make sure that if it's not your homepage that you're optimizing, so for example on this web page, it's the homepage you're optimizing, so we don't need to worry about it. But if it's a landing page, you'd want to sort of follow this structure. You'd either want to do the service and then the location, or you would do the service like dentist services and then location Boynton Beach. So you want to follow a URL structure that makes it easy for Google to understand what the service is that you're offering and then the location. For most people, this structure for the URL is going to be fine. Then you want to make sure you have a clear call to action above the fold, i.e. there's a clear call to action like schedule an appointment or call that is above the fold. And you especially want to make sure that if it's on mobile, so if I just go over to a mobile view, you want to make sure that the call to action is actually above the fold. So someone, when they land on your website on a mobile phone, can easily get in touch with you or book an appointment. So you want to optimize for conversions as well as local SEO. And then all you want to do is follow the certain things that we've listed here. You want to showcase any logos of people you've worked with, clients, or maybe even partners that you have high up to show social proof and show to Google that you're a trustworthy business. You potentially also want to have a contact form high up, as well as also information about that service specific to the location that you're looking to rank for. You should have a why choose us or how we help section to clearly convey to Google and users what sets you out in the local area and how you can help those people. You should make sure you have CTA sections throughout the landing page in order to drive people to the action you want them to take. If you have a team section, you should have a meet the team section in order to highlight the team, the credibility, the experience that they have. You should ensure to have social proof, testimonials and results specific to customers in that local area to really hammer home that you are that trustworthy, credible source in the local area that you want to rank in. So for example, on this page, I don't know if they have it at the moment, you can see that they've got the meet the team section. You'd want to make sure that these case studies are specific from people in Boynton Beach, i.e. the area that you want to rank in. So you could boost it by saying Claudia S. brackets Boynton Beach resident to further show to Google that you are serving people in the local area. And these testimonials are from people in the local area. You'd want to make sure that you have FAQs specific to the local area in here. And then right at the bottom, this is probably one of the most important sections. This is your NAP section. NAP stands for name, address, and phone number. So you want to have a really clear section on your landing page that has your company name, your address, if you want to show your address, your phone number, and any other contact information that you want them to know, as well as your opening hours. Now, of course, it doesn't have to look exactly like this. This is just an example. And then on top of that, you'd want to embed your Google Map embed. I'll show you how to do that in a second on your landing page. So as you can see here, they've got their contact information. They could boost it by having their business name here, their NAP information, name, address, phone number. They've got their address, and then they've got their Google Map embed on their Squarespace website. Now, it's really easy to get this for your site. All you need to do is head over to Google Maps and find your business. So I'm just going to go to SEOSpace. Once you've found your business, you're going to click on share, and then you're going to go to embed a map. And then from there, I want you to copy HTML and add that to your Squarespace web page as a block so that you actually have your map embed on your site. And the reason that we do this is if we actually head over to the default Squarespace map embed, when we click on this, you'll see that this isn't actually connected to the business. So even though the business is located in this location, even though it's the exact address, it's not actually connected to the business. To show you a perfect example, if you actually compare that Squarespace map embed to this, the map embed you get from Google, you'll see that there's a direct connection here to this Google business profile, this map. It's got all the NAP information here. There's a direct connection. And as I mentioned before, if you've got an optimized page on your website for your target keyword and an optimized Google business profile, and you connect them through this method, this really is like adding fuel to the fire when it comes to your local SEO strategy, and why it's so important in order to follow this structure in order to boost your rankings. Now, the final thing that you can do to really boost your local SEO efforts and conversion rates, this feature isn't live at the time of recording this video, but SEOSpace Local via the Google Reviews tab, you'll actually have the ability to embed your Google reviews to your Squarespace site. So you don't just have to showcase them manually by typing the text in. You can actually create a connection via an embed directly from SEOSpace in order to add this widget. So that, again, creates a connection from your Google business profile, showcases trust and credibility. And one really neat thing that this actually does is it actually creates review schema in order to create review-rich snippets when your website shows up on search engines. And to show you what that actually looks like, if I type in Squarespace SEO services, you'll see SEOSpace at the top, and you'll see this review snippet that's showing up on Google. It's showing that we've got 120 reviews and our average is 5-star. So by actually using the SEOSpace Google Review widget, it will generate a piece of review schema that automatically goes on your local SEO landing page in order to add this onto search engines, which will boost your click-through rates and conversions even more. So hopefully by the time you're watching this video, that feature will be live. If not, stay tuned because it will be soon. Of course, if you've got any questions, feel free to head over to the SEOSpace support in the bottom right-hand corner of your dashboard, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.